Hello Pisces, welcome to my channel. Tarot by the Intuitive Teacup, that's me. My name is Annie. Happy to have all the Pisces gang out there with me for this Little Sips Mini Love Tarot reading. This is an energy check-in. Just checking in to see where your person's at, what the universe wants you to know about the situation. So if you don't currently have a person you are thinking about, this may resonate for you later on, or possibly not at all, right? It might not be your message this week, though I hope it is. Six of Cups, beautiful. One of my favorite cards in tarot. Love that we're starting out with the Six of Cups. Who is your soulmate? Also, some of you are just thinking about your kids. You're thinking about how much you love your babies, your kids, whether they are full-grown adults or some of you may be thinking about becoming parents too. Or even something with your siblings. You may be getting in touch with your siblings again if there's been sort of I don't know if it was an awkward situation or just you haven't spoken to them in a while. Yeah, particularly a Scorpio is coming up. Two cards of Scorpio. All right. Anyways, for those who are new, Pisces, I do general messages here on YouTube. That means not everything I say will resonate with all the Pisces out there. It's up to you to come into this reading with an open heart and an open mind. I ask that ultimately you only take away the messages that resonate with you, that motivate you, inspire you, confirm something you were thinking or feeling. Anything that feels strange or foreign, please release those messages. Don't take on that energy. Assume that it is going out to someone else who needs to hear that message, okay? And give yourself the luxury of time. Tarot frequently will resonate in a few days, in a few weeks. That's how it works, right? So, all right, enough with the rules, Pisces. Let's jump into your love tarot. Let's get 3 more cards for Pisces. Everything else you're wondering about this video will be down in the description box below. The decks I'm using, my social media, how to book a personal, etc., okay? All right, so your person is thinking quite nostalgically. I am reading for romance, but know that you can view this from a different lens of like familial love, right? It doesn't have to be sexuality, but I'm going to read for that because that's why you're watching, Pisces, right? Just kidding. Yeah, but they're thinking nostalgically. They're thinking, ironically, as I say, you know, sexual, hot, romantic love. This is not that card. It's very sweet. It's very innocent. It's a soulmate card, right? It can talk about family. It can talk about a younger version of yourself, past versions of yourself. It can also talk about a soulmate you knew in another lifetime, right? So that's what this person is thinking about. They're thinking about you in a very fond way. This might be someone you actually already have children with. It could be that it's like nostalgia. You're thinking about how fast the kids have grown, how the years have flown by, and yeah, like looking back in the past, some of you actually may be watching like old home movies or going through old scrapbooks. It's very cute. But there is a little bit of a sorrow to it just because times have changed. It's not the way it used to be. It's not as innocent. It's not as pure or new, almost like the honeymoon stage of a relationship. It's not that anymore. Things have changed. You guys have been through some major changes and transformations in the relationship. You both have grown and developed as spiritual human beings together as well as individually, which is good. That's very healthy in a relationship. But there's a longing to get back to the way things used to be. That is this person's wish. For one or two of you, your person may still have feelings for a Scorpio. If your child is a Scorpio, though, you're good to go. It's just confirming that. In their heart, they do sense that there is change. Not only has there been change in the relationship, but your person is at a bit of a crossroads, and they don't know whether to end something, or it's interesting. I'm sort of getting that kind of, I don't want to say cliche thing, but where it's like sometimes you think by having a child, it might save the marriage or save the relationship. There's elements of that coming up. I mean, the children thing is spot on. I mean, look at the cards coming up here. Taurus actually had that card as well, so I don't know if any of you were dealing with a Taurus, but your person is also thinking about their childhood, and maybe you guys knew each other as children, even if it wasn't another lifetime, right? Maybe this is your next door neighbor that you grew up with. Maybe you went to junior high or college or, you know, something with this person where you would be considered like, you know, youthful or a child, a teenager when you knew them. Yeah, innocent, the sweetness, the freedom of being a child or of being in a young not fully developed relationship. It's like you're still figuring things out and who you are and what you like. There is a severing of something. It doesn't have to be with you, Pisces, but there's an ending of something and it's making this person feel very heavy-hearted. It may have to do with a Cancer, specifically like a parent who has passed on that was a Cancer. And I don't predict death on my channel. It's just not what I do, but you'll know if that's your message. Yeah. There is it's almost like this person had a wake-up call because they're realizing that life is fleeting. It's actually a very heavy message. But yeah, this person is doing a lot of introspection about their life, about their childhood, about growing up with their parents, about growing up with you, Pisces, about the relationship, about where they want to be in 10 years, about who they want to marry, about who they want to have grandchildren with. There's very much like introspection of their surroundings, of the life around them, of the people in their life. And with all this water energy, they're very sentimental. So you might be dealing with another water sign for that matter. Yeah, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. Coming up in their action, though, is you, Pisces. You are their wish, but it's also showing with the ending of something, though. So this is a little bit convoluted for me. Something about a Virgo might play into this as well. All right. Is this someone that you have rejected, Pisces, and you're still their wish, but they somehow understand that it could never be between you guys because your feelings aren't matched? Whether you're male or female, there is a gentleman coming up who is dreaming about Pisces, but it's almost like he's hammering the nail on the coffin in that it could never be for some reason. Why is that? Because you're their wish. So I would take that to mean it's something on your end. Queen of the Moon, Pisces, especially my female Pisces. Or someone with more feminine energy. It doesn't have to be a female, but there is a lot of very divine feminine energy here. Okay, so for some of you, your spirit guide, a very more masculine being, however you want to say it, spirit, watches over you, particularly a father figure. And this person wants either you or your person to be with that person from their childhood, to be with the soulmate. But for a lot of you, it has ended. Something with the soulmate ended. But because your person, Pisces, is in this very nostalgic manner, again, because they probably lost someone close to them, even if it was years ago. Though I have to be honest, and I don't do fear-based readings, I'm never trying to scare you, it seems like they recently lost something or someone close to them. It could have been their pet, right? And it is really making them think about their life in the long term and who they want to surround themselves with. It could be that your person had a lot of options and they were not in a place where they were ready to choose an option romantically or dating, or in a sense that keep their options open. Maybe they were committed to you, but they weren't interested in marriage, something of that sort. A lot of you are dealing with a Scorpio. Scorpio is coming up here. Can we, I'm hearing wake the dead. Can we revive it? Can we go back to something we thought we had closed out? Yeah, there's a couple things. I was going to say a visit or a revisit. That also has to do with being visited by a spirit guide. 100% Pisces. It's not something you need to fear. It's not, ghost with chains and shackles trying to spook you. It's not that. It would be a very light presence. It might be something you hear. It might be just something you feel. There's spirit guides around your person as well as you, Pisces, and it's messages about the soulmate. Absolutely. Someone in your family's ancestry who has passed, who it's almost like karmic ancestry or karmic justice, however you want to say it. So one of your ancestors felt like they missed out on an opportunity with a soulmate, and they don't want you to repeat that mistake, Pisces. This is a very heavy message. Yeah, some of you, going back to the recipe book, I don't know if there's a recipe book you inherited from, again, a mother, a grandmother, a grandfather, something of that sort. And something about childhood, when you used to bake cookies as a child. I'm getting these really, it's very specific hits on this one. Going back to the recipe book, and I think that's a metaphor, going back to the drawing board. Before you abandon ship entirely, right? Before you jump ship, whatever the expression is, there's something to go back and revisit here. And again, that has to do with a visitation you're going to get from an ancestor, from, a spirit guide, a ghost, if you want to say that. But it's not something you need to fear at all. And it might be someone who has recently passed, especially if they're on your brain a lot, if you're thinking about them, they're going to visit you. This could also, oh, this is heavy actually. This could also be for some of my Pisces who lost their spouse, particularly to like an illness. Again, not predicting that, not trying to do that. But if it's your story, if you constantly are thinking about, and they were the love of your life, they were the soulmate, they were the mother, the father of your children, and they passed on, they check in on you quite frequently, Pisces. And in a way, it's like they're encouraging you, Pisces, to speak to them, to communicate with them. Pull out the tarot cards, do some free association writing, write them a letter, right? It's something about the process of connecting to spirituality more. It's going to give you more clarity and guidance. About a Virgo for a lot of you, but it's also about turning inward to like a spiritual awakening, not just for you, but for your person. There's you, Pisces. Yeah, there's a spiritual awakening for Pisces. There might be a Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces entering your life romantically, or again, something about a Virgo, particularly a male Virgo. That could also be a spirit guide, an ancestor of yours. So what does the universe want you to see about this? You're thinking about your soulmate. Yeah, you're thinking about weddings and marriage. It could be that one of your children is about to get married. And again, it's the same. It's very much a mirrored story. It's making you reflect on your life and your past. It's making you wonder about the soulmate, or it's not so much that. Looking at this, like the seeds you've planted with your person, with your husband, with your wife, with your soulmate. It's making you look back at pictures of you in your wedding dress or your wedding attire for, male, female. Scrapbooks. There's such an element of nostalgia to this. It's very beautiful. Yes, some of you may have lost your spouse years ago. I actually heard decades ago. And you still haven't totally moved on or emotionally healed from that wound. And I have to be honest, that spirit, so to say, is sort of coming through in this reading saying it's okay for you to heal. There will always be love, in the life we shared together, but they've moved on to another realm. They still watch over you, look over you, Pisces, but they're saying you don't need to lock the door in terms of love. They want you to grow and develop and love, many people, right? It's not about I took a vow of marriage and now I'm going to be celibate forever because my person has passed. And I'm not trying to make it icky or weird or sexual, but that's sort of what's coming through. A lot of you, it's like you've thrown the lock and key away of just this is my life and I'm single. Your person wants you to be happy, so whatever that is for you, Pisces, you should pursue it. It's time to heal your heart once and for all and get back out there. And even if this doesn't have to do with a scenario involving death, right? Maybe it's spirit saying, listen, we know you lost someone in your life, maybe a romantic partner, because your paths aligned for a bit and then they didn't. Again, it's saying you don't need to hold out for that one person who got away. If they are meant to be in your life, they will circle back around, but you can't essentially orchestrate other people's motives and actions. You have to do right by you and constantly be moving forward in love. A lot of my Pisces are too focused on the past and trying to sort out something in their head, trying to justify why they are not able to move on from something or why they shouldn't move on to things. And Spirit is saying you've graduated. You don't need to look back anymore. The world is all about future thinking. It's about the closure, the completions of major cycles and restoring balance and harmony in your life. There's one person shown here, right? Not two. A lot of my Pisces are single and ready to mingle. No. Single, and it's like your cup of love is there. It's full. You do have love for yourself, but there's a sadness in your heart. And Spirit is saying this is not where it ends. Again, you've graduated. You got the whole rest of your life ahead of you, Pisces, so don't throw in the towel now. Yeah, there's some healing that needs to take place. Some of you lost a Scorpio in your life. And again, that doesn't have to be a romantic partner. It could be anyone in your family. They're one of your spirit guides. You got a Scorpio spirit guide. You may have lost a child. Ooh, Pisces, this is a deep one this week. This is heavy. The unexpected. Yeah, you might just get what you're hoping for, but that doesn't mean you should close yourself off to all other options as well. And I know that's a little bit confusing. Don't be so fixed in what you are desiring for your future, because the universe may just hit you with a surprise that's even better than what you're planning for or anticipating or desiring. In a sense, it's a way to humble you, to say, Pisces, I hear you, I got you, but you don't know everything, so don't worry about it. Don't let the devil win. Don't let the sadness, don't let the dark thoughts overpower you. Spirit sees you as the Empress, or male, female, whatever. They see you as love, a being full of love. This is a Venus card, right? There's going to be a visit from someone from your past. I keep hearing it over and over again. For some of you, it's a spirit guide. For some of you, maybe it's a romantic partner from the past. Or someone from your past who maybe never was a romantic partner, but they're going to be. Particularly a Virgo. There's a Virgo coming to visit you in multiple senses, spiritually as well as physically. The unexpected. Well, I guess it's not unexpected now. Did I just ruin the surprise? Sorry, Spirit. And something about this may involve a Cancer, too. Some of you may have very strong Cancer in your chart, particularly a Venus in Cancer or a Cancer moon. Something about the full moon. Would that make sense for you, Pisces? Because that is your card in tarot. There might be, especially if you're into manifestations and full moon rituals, moon magic, something about the full moon, you're going to be visited by a spirit guide or an angel or something like that. And again, it's nothing to fear. If you're open to it, then by all means, or someone could reach out to you on the full moon too, again, in the physical realm, a text, a phone call, something like that. And it might be someone that you were married to in another lifetime. And I know that's this is a very intense message, Pisces. Like, I know we were looking for, does he like me? Does she like me? I'm not getting that this time. It's so much deeper than that. This is heavy. In a good way. You have beautiful cards, but it seems like some of my Pisces have shut themselves off to something spiritually, and Spirit is trying to be like, hey, we're here for you. Can we talk to you, Pisces? Let us in. They're practically knocking down the door. We got messages. We got important stuff to tell you, but are you open to hearing it? There's a Capricorn that's giving some of you anxiety. They're probably going to communicate with you, but you're going to have to wait a little bit longer. Yeah, there will be reciprocity with the Capricorn, but you're going to have to wait a little bit longer. There might be an ending with a Sagittarius that you were married to. Or there could be an offer from a Taurus for lifelong partnership. Those are just some random messages at the bottom of your deck. Let's take one more. Anything else? Someone that you work with might message you too, potentially with flirtations or romance. I'm not sure how keen you are about this person, but it's saying you may hear from someone at work who's interested in, especially if you guys argue a lot, there's someone who wants to make peace with you and essentially reunite, but specifically it has to do with a coworker or someone you're on a project team with. It could be a sports league or something like that. All right, that's what I got for you, Pisces. This was a big one this week. Like, share, subscribe. I will see you very soon for more tarot. Bye.